Not all heroes wear capes. Many simply go by the term parent. But lately, that superhero status has been tested as the country prepares for back to school during a pandemic.
This is absolutely going to increase even more responsibility for parents and engagement in their students' learning.
So to help, we brought in Chris Latham, the director of college counseling at Washington Latin Public Charter School in D.C. She spent over 2 decades working in different areas of education, and she's helping to put together a parent survival guide to get you through the year. She says first, you've got to accept that it's okay to feel overwhelmed.
Honestly, I think one of the most important things is to acknowledge the sense of overwhelm that you're feeling as a parent.
Because she says that kids of all ages are receptive to feelings of stress and worry.
And then seeking out information about the concerns that you have, things that will address those concerns, whether it's the precautions that your student's school will be taking to ensure their safety, or naming the type of support that you actually need as a parent.
And Chris says don't be afraid to ask the school about different programs that you may not have even realized were available.
Just as important is asking about mental health supports of your student's school and what's going to be available when the kids return in the fall.
The next step in the survival guide, develop a routine.
For those students who will be engaged in some type of virtual or remote learning, schedules and routines are just as important as if they were actually going to a schoolhouse every day.
Chris advises to get as much normalcy into their routine, but she says you also want them to take breaks, so don't feel like they have to be doing schoolwork 24/7.
Factor in time to exercise or go for a walk throughout the day to break up the hours of homework and schoolwork that they may have.
And the next step might seem obvious, but communication is key. That means knowing how to contact your school, making sure you're on any mailing lists, and asking for any updates you might need.
But also parents not being afraid to reach out and ask questions. It all boils down to communication, creating that open line and dialogue.
But you've also got to keep an open line with your student. Make sure you're checking in with them and see if they need adjustments along the way. And finally, use outside resources.
I think a lot more now has gone online virtually, such as Khan Academy, that students can use not only for academic learning, but also in preparation for the SAT.
And there's a ton of free videos on YouTube where you can get help for specific subjects for your child.
Or even just allowing your child to Zoom or FaceTime with a few friends to sort of recreate the experience of studying and doing homework together.
It's not all up to you. There's lots of help out there so that you don't have to feel alone. So dust off that cape because we're getting you ready for back to school with the Parent Survival Guide on the top of the list.